today's the day. Finally going to Glamis. This is maybe my first trip with the my new car. Last time I was at Glamis, I just went with my dad, rode in his stuff. But I got a little bit more packing to do. Essentially, the plan is same as last video. I got to go pick up my trailer from storage. I'm going to pull everything out, clean everything up. I'm going to meet up with my buddy Cody. He was also in the last video. We're going to meet my parents in Visalia, and we're gonna head out from there. So I still have a few hours to get everything done. Like, I want to clean the truck up, clean the Can-Am up a little bit, but other than that, I'm really excited. I can't wait. So just a few more hours to go till we're on the road, and then we have like a 7, 8, depending on traffic, 9-hour drive. But it's all gonna be worth it. We're gonna be down there for like 5 days, so let's get to it. So yeah, load it up, ready to go, pretty much. Strap it down, close up the apartment, and then we're off. And then we're gonna go meet Cody at a gas station before we head out and meet up with my parents. All right, just got word that they're gonna be in Tulare in about 30 minutes, so we're gonna meet up in Arco, just north of Tulare. So we're on our way. All right, made it to the Arco. I'm realizing now that Arco seemed to be the place to meet up for me. So again, my rig, Cody's rig back there, and then finally my parents up here. So this is just our meetup. We're gonna stop on the far side of Bakersfield, so south side of Bakersfield, for fuel, and then that should get us all the way to the Red Earth gas station out by the Salton Sea, and then from there we'll make it to Glamis. So hopefully we can do all this with just 2 stops, then make the travel time pretty quick. I'm excited. All right, it is 10:06 at night. So far, drive's going pretty good. We should be there in about 3.5 hours, but we're gonna stop at Red Earth. Red Earth is probably about another 120 miles from where we're at now. Drive's going really smooth. Sure, boy. Yeah. Made it to Glamis. So, got here late last night after, you know, making the stop at Red Earth, and then the last little sprint here. Got here close to 3 a.m. All right, well, turns out this is going to be a different kind of video because I'm already back from Glamis. But what happened was I got sick over there, so I didn't get the chance to do all the filming that I wanted to. So instead, I'm just going to turn this video into kind of how my new car did out at Glamis. So if you don't know, this is a 2021 Can-Am X3 XRS Turbo RR with the Smart Shox. The Smart Shox is the biggest thing that I was really curious to see how it'd do out at Glamis. I took this car out to Pismo a few weeks ago, and I was able to get the car to bottom out on its stiffest setting pretty easy. But one thing about Pismo is a lot of the dunes have really sharp angles at the bottom, and so it's always on those. Like I can make the car bottom out no problem on those, which obviously isn't something I want. But out at Glamis, I didn't notice that too much. It really is just those hard corners at the bottom of the hill. Going over whoops, I mean, right by my campsite, I mean, I'm flying through those giant, 2-foot deep whoops doing like 65 miles an hour. This car handled it perfectly. And this is a stock car, obviously, other than sand tires, which these sand tires did amazing. Geez, I am really surprised with how these did. I'm also drag raced a couple other X3s that were built. I'll probably make another video specifically talking about what happened there, because these other two cars had a lot of money put into them. They were really fast cars, and this thing was right there with them. So, not sure what's going on. I know Whelen is doing some things where they're throwing these on dynos and seeing that they're making more horsepower than what Can-Am is advertising, for whatever reason that they're doing that. But even those numbers, like I'm hanging with these big cars. So I don't know if I have a particularly fast unit. What I need to do is get some draggy times, some 0 to 60 on the asphalt, and see what it does there. But this car is freaking fast. So anyway, it kind of got sidetracked. Going back to the shocks, I do eventually want to put a spring kit on there, probably from MTS. I know the guys over there. And just to make it a little bit stiffer for Glamis, because there are some spots where you're doing the bowls, and on the side where it kind of gets whooped out on the side of the bowls, you can feel the suspension getting a little soft on you. And also, I mean, just in general, the suspension's getting a little soft. The car's already starting to settle. I don't know what the term is, but I think these like springs are setting in. So over time, the car is sitting lower and lower. So I did get some footage out at Glamis. I just have one angle from the GoPro. I'll make a neat little compilation, of some of the best parts that I was able to get. But I mean, this thing did fantastic. Something else that happened at Glamis has to do with my rugged radios. So I tried to program my radio before going to Glamis, and I plugged the wire into the back of the radio, and my computer would not recognize that it was plugged in. And I tried multiple ports on my computer, restarting my computer, all that kind of good stuff, and it wouldn't. But I noticed that the plug on the back of the radio felt really loose. So while I was out at Glamis, I told them, like, hey, I don't know what's going on here. This is a brand new radio. Like, I pulled it straight out of a brand new box. And they pulled the radio out of the car, and they said, yep, that port is broken, bent, damaged, unusable. So they actually hooked me up with a brand new M1 radio. They just swapped it out for me for free, which was super awesome of Rugged to do that. So they even installed it for me and everything. And then I was also having some issues with my intercom. My little D-pad here to control my music wasn't working. And they did the same thing. They were able to find one of these, which are, by the way, these are really hard to find. They were able to find one of these in their trailer that they had out at Glamis, and they swapped me out and everything. So they had all of this taken apart. They did all of that for me, put it all together for free. They really know how to take care of their customers. So yeah, sorry for not having more footage of my first Glamis trip with my new car, but That's what I got. I'll be going again on Thanksgiving. So just a few weeks, I'll be back out there. And then hopefully I'll be feeling a little bit better. I can get more footage, show you guys a little bit more. But other than that, thanks for watching.